Hi everyone, welcome to the Dahlia Society. My name is Kristen and I've got plenty of brand new indie patterns here to hopefully inspire you on your wardrobe sewing journey. And as usual, you guys love these brand new releases each month. I try and do a roundup of anything new that I've seen in the indie garment sewing world. And last month, of course, there wasn't too many new patterns. This month, there seems to be quite a few more patterns. A lot of them are heading into the more trans-seasonal sewing, which really suits us well here in Australia. Because we're in high summer here, it's been very, very hot. We've had a whole week, a string of high 30s and low 40 degrees, that's Celsius. So very, very warm here. So it is nice to see some patterns coming through that aren't all wintry, warm coats. And of course, any of you guys in the Northern Hemisphere will be loving all those cozy sews, but it is nice to get something a little bit more trans-seasonal so we can all enjoy sewing these new patterns up. And of course, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, I would really appreciate you doing that. And if you like this kind of content, a thumbs up really does help bring other people like you to the channel. So I have got a new make on. Before I get started, I'm going to talk about what I'm wearing. And of course, we have had a beautiful launch of new fabrics in store in the last fortnight from amazing Australian designer Miss Moresby. Beautiful linen cottons, and I sewed myself up a dress last week, which was the Celestial dress. Now the name of that fabric was the Secondhand Shop fabric. Love that dress, but I couldn't let this one pass, and this is a beautiful linen cotton we have called Lead Light, and I knew straight away it was giving me kind of just say vintage vibes. I was imagining more of a vintage 80s style, just pop over summer frock. And I knew from in the past I had made this style arc Montana midi dress. This is the one with the hack. So the actual Starlight Montana dress is just a simple dress with a double lined bodice, but you can make it with bias binding if you don't want to do the double lining. I wanted to make it in the expansion pack design, which of course the expansion pack is a separate pattern you can purchase to give you a few more different looks with the bodice. So you can change the bodice around. Yes, Meg, you can change the bodice around. This one is the button front. Now I love this because it has a really nice big button, so it gives a bit of an impact, but you can pop it over the head without having to undo the buttons. And the skirt itself doesn't button through. It's just a simple gathered skirt. There's not too much gathering, which I really prefer. It's quite minimal gathering in this skirt, so it really is great for showcasing a beautiful print. So what I love about this is the cap sleeve. That's one of my favorite designs to wear for summer. You'll see lots of cap sleeve dresses in my wardrobe, and I love this big bold button front. And of course this button is a 22mm button. That's what the pattern calls for. It's a 20mm, I think. You can go up to 22mm, which is perfect for making it a statement. You can go smaller with the buttons, but I feel that the big bold button really does make a really nice impact and gives that kind of vintage aesthetic that I was looking for. So this is a Pigeon Wishes button called Aqua. Let me show you guys up close. Really lovely how it matches this Lead Light fabric. And I'm not normally a big yellow or lemon wearer, but I love the warm tones in this. With the mustard and the olive and the lavender colour, I really love the earthiness it brings out and the rust kind of in the Lead Light pattern itself. It totally becomes more of my colour palette that I love, but I really think this suits the dress perfectly, and I just can't get enough of this linen cotton at the moment. It's beautiful to wear in this hot weather. It washes beautifully, it breathes beautifully as well. So, and we have sent quite a bit of this fabric over to the US and Canada. And of course, Sarah really appreciates that her fabrics are very popular worldwide, which is just amazing. We always knew it would be. So that is my new summer sundress. I'll link the pattern and fabric in the description box below. If any of you are interested, you can head over to our online store and check them out. So we're going to talk firstly about new patterns. Now, I am very excited to see that there is a brand new pattern from a lovely YouTuber. Now, I remember when I first started the channel, I think Charlene had started her channel at a similar time, not long after me, and we used to chat now and again. And she's a lovely person. Her name's Charlene, and she's from So Dressmaking over on Instagram as well. And Charlene has brought out a brand new pattern called the Emily dress. Now, this pattern is her first pattern, and I have to say she is such an accomplished seamstress, incredible dressmaker, does a lot of her own designing and makes garments for people, but she's just such an accomplished seamstress, so beautiful designs. So when I saw that she'd come out with a brand new pattern, I thought this is going to be a fabulous one, and it's called the Emily dress. This is a beautiful dress with a nice fitted style bodice, and the skirt's lovely and flowy, and of course you can change the hem lengths. She has stated there's 2 cup sizes for this. Size range is from L, so a really fabulous size range. So it's a loose fit from the bust down, so lots of ease throughout the skirt, so not too much to do with fitting other than the bust area. So she's classed it as refined comfort, and I think that's exactly what it looks like to me. So a lightweight fabric of viscose, a linen blend, tencels, modals, broderie anglaise, gauze would be beautiful as well. The fabulous thing with this pattern is that you've got the choice of 3 different necklines, which I love. I like a bit of versatility in a pattern, and you get more mileage that way, you get more bang for your buck. So I think it's fabulous to see she's got a beautiful scoop neckline. She's got the V-neck, which I love. I love a good V-neck, and also a really lovely square neck. And I love this square neck because it's not too deep. It's a really lovely shape V-neck, so perfect. I think this would be wonderful. You also have the option of adding ruffles to the bodice if you want to sort of jazz it up a little bit. The sleeves, you can go for a regular sleeve, a lined puff sleeve with a lot of volume there, or a bishop style longer sleeve. So there's so many options for one dress pattern. So I really love the look of this. I think she's done a really wonderful job showcasing in different fabrics and how the dress moves, and yeah, have so many options really does make it a wonderful pattern. It's a simple design, but with lots of different features, which I think a lot of you guys love. So that is from So Dressmaking. That's the Emily dress from Charlene. If you like a good basic style shift dress, the Sewing Revival has the shift dress. Okay, which is a simple, quick sew. It's a pull-on dress. It's classed as a modern shift dress with lots of adjustable different hem lengths and necklines. So you've got your V-neck or your round neck. You've got nice inset pockets there. There's also 2 sleeve options, short or 7/8. And there is also the option there to purchase another expansion sleeve, I think a puff sleeve. Also, Sewing Revival is a New Zealand company. They have lots of fabulous patterns. There's this saying light to mid-weight wovens, perfect for things like linens, soft rayons and viscoses. But if you want to make something for a more of a wintry style shift dress, light to mid-weight wool would be fantastic for this shift dress as well. So a nice simple basic there for the wardrobe, and something you can definitely showcase a beautiful fabric with. And a brand new pattern that we've just launched in the shop this week is the Tilly and the Buttons CC joggers or shorts. Now this is a perfect one if you've got the Drew sweatshirt that they released last time. This is a great ensemble to have to wear together, and of course they're a mid-rise jogger, so nice and comfortable. You've got the option to make them in shorts. They have a side panel and optional side seams. You've got a really lovely comfy elastic waist that you can do top stitching on if you want to make it a bit more elevated looking. You've also got the option of ribbed cuffs for the trouser length joggers, all colour blocking options as well. So that's really nice that you have been given a bit of inspiration if you want to do a bit of colour blocking. It looks fabulous on the pattern envelope how they've designed these. And of course size range for Tilly and the Buttons is always excellent, 6 to 34 as well. So what a really cute little outfit that would make with matching the Drew sweater as well, for making a nice comfy cozy ensemble there. So I love the little CC joggers. Now last year in July I I was lucky to get the Closet Crew membership. I don't have a lot of memberships. I don't have any memberships actually, but the Closet Crew one appealed to me because I am a huge fan of Heather Lou's designs. I think Closet Core Patterns are one of my favorite pattern companies. They are just so refined and beautiful and really wearable patterns, but I love the way Heather Lou talks you through the new patterns when they're released. Now this year they have a theme each year for their Closet Crew membership, which of course you can purchase the membership for the year, which is all inclusive, and you do get all the back patterns for the last year, or you can join up for the month just to purchase the pattern, and then you can cancel the membership if you prefer to just get the one pattern. So I think a lot of people will be doing that this month because the theme for the year is decades, and of course last month was the 80s. This month is the 1900s. So I was really interested to see where they would take that. And of course, that whole aesthetic of the Gibson girl kind of pin-tucked blouse works really well. When I saw the video on YouTube and Heather Lou talked through the two designs she had there, I just fell in love with it. I thought it's a beautiful blouse, and I am a really big blouse wearer and maker. I have so many blouses in the wardrobe. So you can either make with the pin-tucked version, which has beautiful pin-tuck through the front and through the back, which is beautiful because normally you don't have pin tucking the back, so it's really unusual to see that detail there. And the broderie, I love the simple one without the pin tucking, with the little rouleau loops and buttons. I think is just stunning, this blouse. I love the sleeve. It's got a really nice almost bishop style sleeve, and it's got some really refined details. So she's just stated things like voiles would be wonderful, a broderie, cotton, soft linen viscose blends. If you use things like the cottons, you'll get more stability, and they will emphasize things like the pin tucks and the puff sleeves more. But of course, if you want a more soft and demure look, a viscose would be perfect as well. So I'm thinking this would be gorgeous in a self-printed kind of, or self-embroidered fabric. Like a broderie would just be beautiful, or a jacquard cotton would be lovely as well. So a real Edwardian look, and of course the Emily was based on the inspiration behind that was one of the original suffragettes, and she's put inspiration and pics there as to where they got all that inspo from. I love seeing the backstory on the patterns for Closet Core. I think they do a wonderful job, and it really does get you excited about making a garment when you see all the work and inspiration behind and the planning behind it. So size range on this one is 0 to 32. So I'll be downloading that very shortly because, of course, I am a member, so I'll be able to download that and print it out. And I'm sure there'll be lots of those coming through the A0 printing that we do in store very soon, because it's always very exciting in the first of the month when you see the brand new patterns released by Closet Core. Now, there's been a big sensation on Fabric Godmother this month and a brand new dress release. Fabric Godmother do have a couple of patterns in their inventory so far. So this is another dress from them called the Aspen dress. And they've stated that they've gone for the high street feel. There's a lot of dresses with exposed zips at the neck and the collar, which I really love. I'm not 100% convinced on this one if it's me or not. I know a lot of people are loving this dress. There's been people raving about it all over the internet because, of course, it's a big sensation when Fabric Godmother do release their patterns. For me, there's quite a lot of volume around the skirt that I think if I made one, I would definitely take a lot of that volume out, mainly because it sits up quite high. So it gives me a little bit of, say, like maternity vibes, but I think that you could definitely tweak this to make it how you want it. And of course, using a lighter, more drapey fabric, they won't be quite as bulky in the middle. But if you're using something like they state that denim is really popular in this one, make sure you don't go too heavy because you will find it quite stiff and bulky. And the patch pocket on the bust, I'm not 100% convinced on that one either. And I know that Josie's made a beautiful one with the patch pockets and the ruffles, but not for me. I think I would probably take the patch pockets off and just use that exposed zip as the focal point. But everyone's different, and the beauty about sewing is that if that's your cup of tea, that is wonderful that you can express yourself the way you want it. But yeah, as I say, I like the fact that you can grab a pattern and you can really tweak it and make it what you like. But it has been very, very popular online so far. So they're saying that the great fabrics to use for this one is things like poplins, linens, and denims. So not too heavy. Be careful of the weight of the denims. They've got 2 cup sizes, a B and a D, and size ranges 6 to 30, which is fabulous. So yeah, the way they're styled, of course, they've got little brogue shoes and little bobby socks, or not sure if the proper terminology for the bobby socks anymore, but I don't know if I'd be going that far. I don't know if I could pull that off, but I think I know my style, and I know that I love the bodice, but the skirt's definitely something I would probably tweak. But I'd love to hear your thoughts on the Aspen dress. Are you a fan or are you not a fan? It's really nice to hear everyone's opinions on different trends that are coming out. And of course, trends I think is something you can definitely follow. You can go ahead and give you inspiration, or you can totally take a trend and make it your own by tweaking it to how you would find something wearable. So that is the new Aspen dress. I must say there is a really lovely McCall's dress with a similar style zip. I think it's 8553, and I know that Almond Rock sews on Instagram. Of course, she's a Simplicity McCall's representative, and I love this version. I think this is much more me. It's a similar style to the Fabric Godmother, but it's got more of a more of a tailored bodice and not so much bulk in the skirt. But I'm not a huge Big Four pattern fan. I find there's so much more fitting that's involved in getting those patterns right, but I think something between the two of those would work really well, so I may have to do a bit of tweaking to find the right pattern for me there. Exciting to see Friday Pattern Company has released a lovely, comfortable looking Cardigan style blazer. And so the Eddie Cardigan blazer, it's a woven. Now I first looked at this and thought it was a knit blazer, but it's definitely woven. So they're saying linen, suiting, twills, denims and canvases are great with this one. It's a collarless, so no lapels or collars there, but there is a lot of dart or fitting through the bodice. So body darts are really interesting, and a back vent as well for a bit of ease, comfort. And there's patch pockets also you can pop on there as well. So size range in this, always fabulous, extra small to 7XL. For Friday Pattern Company, but a nice chambray or denim one would be fantastic in this to wear all year round, but love the look of these on the different age and different size models, and using different fabrics to give you a little bit of inspiration as to which way you want to take the pattern. Now, most of their patterns they end up bringing out on paper, but not always. So I'm pretty sure this one will be eventually out on paper, but it's PDF at the moment. Now, this one I think would be my favourite pattern for Feb so far, and it's really exciting because it's an Australian pattern company, Swim Style Patterns, mother and daughter team from New South Wales, and I have been reading up about this, the beautiful Harriet top, and they've just stated that it took them months to get the fit and style design right on this, and of course when you see that kind of work that's gone into a pattern, you know it's going to be a good one. And I love that they've used a beautiful bamboo knit fabric on this. You can make it in a longer sleeve or without a sleeve. It's an off the shoulder beautiful knit top, and you can do it with the more ruched look or the simple look. So I'll put some pics so you can see that lavender one. Oh my gosh, it is just stunning on. I love this top, and of course so you can make the top really quite dressy with all that rouging detail. So the Harriet is a great size range, extra small to 9XL. You need a good 50% knit, but something with good recovery. So don't go too heavy because the recovery won't be as good. So they're saying bamboo interlock ponte, a soft viscose ponte would be wonderful, and we are restocking our pontes in the next couple of weeks. I know a lot of you are waiting on the viscose ponte that we have. Ribbed fabric would be beautiful as well. So yeah, it's effortless, it's stylish. So you've got the 4 different designs there, but a really lovely little knit top to take you right through from summer to winter. But absolutely love this. I think this would suit so many people. Of course, the only thing is the whole strapless bra is the thing we have to go for this one. But if you love a pattern, you can make it work, I think. But really, really lovely designed to really show off the shoulders. And of course, this off the shoulder style is very, very big trend in the next season coming through. So beautiful to wear with a pair of jeans, even for dressing up for a night out. So beautiful pattern from the ladies at Swim Style. Also be really easy to lengthen this to a dress if you love that off the shoulder look as well. Now the Holly dress from Sew Over It is a brand new release sweater style dress. It is size range 6 to 30. So it's a cozy sweater style dress or crop sweater. For you guys in the Northern Hemisphere, this would be perfect. Or for any of us planning our autumn winter sewing, I think this would be a lovely little dress or top. So it's saying comfy and style stylish. You've got a really lovely funnel neck. There is a raglan style bishop sleeve, which is really unusual. Shoulder darts as well. And there are 4 hem lengths, which is wonderful. If you want to do the cropped one or the hip length, or the dress. So this one's fabulous in ponties, double knits, sweater knits, and interlocks. And you've got so many different options to do different coloured cuffing and binding for that as well. But love the look of this little sweater dress, perfect for a little pair of knit tights and boots as well. The brand new Tauco magazine has been released in store up to issue number 14, and there is this beautiful issue all about exploring denim and all the details and the that we use for denim sewing. They talk about top stitching and rivets, and there are some fabulous different design patterns. So lots of reading in the pattern magazine, but they're really quite chunky. But also I think there's 10 patterns this month, so some really lovely patterns. I'll put some pics up so you can see here. And we have many avid collectors of the Tauco mag, and of course Tauco comes from Finland, and we all know how much we love the patterns from Finland. Of course, named patterns is another one from Finland we all love, but they do have a really lovely clean aesthetic, very wearable and very comfortable, but the patterns in those mags are fabulous. Now the last one I have here that I've seen for the month of Feb is a Love Notions patterns, and this one is called the Evanstone vest, and it's especially for knits. You have lots of different versions you can make. Great trans-seasonal piece for taking through from summer to winter. So there's 2 different lengths. You've got the high hip and the below hip. You've got 4 necklines. There is a button placket, scoop neck, a cow neck, and a V-neck. You can do a solid hem or a split hem. Now, I really do love a side split hem. I think they're very wearable, great for over a pair of jeans as well. There also is an FBA included, and the size range on this is extra small to 5XL. And they're stating that a 20% stretch fabric would be perfect for this. So there's lots of different weights and different fabrics you can use, but I really like to see the inspiration behind when they've had their makers make all the different versions. You can really see what it is that you would like to go for. So it's a real layering piece, fabulous for the wardrobe for all seasons. I'd love to hear in the comments below, have you seen a brand new pattern release this month that I haven't spoken about? Please write it in the comments below so everyone can see. And don't forget, we have our box release next Sunday night, 7 p.m. We're having a beautiful deluxe box. Fabric is designer fabric from Dashwood Studios in the UK, 7 p.m. Sunday night. The theme, of course, is Summertime Sanctuary, and it's going to be a beauty. So, of course, as always, limited numbers. They do sell really fast. A lot of these deluxe boxes are very popular. So I would highly suggest marking your calendars for that one. So best of luck if you're after one of those boxes on Sunday night. I'll be back here with brand new fabrics to show you before the end of the weekend, so I hope you can join me for that. And for now, that's all I have for new releases. I hope you have a wonderful sewing week. Take care. We'll see you all soon. Bye for now.